Hi guys, welcome to Bookish Shayla. Today we are doing day 22 of Christy's 30 days of sketches with Christy's beautiful life. There we go. I got it there. Today is this great sketch by Shannon Blinn. I am going to do some baseball pictures today. So my product focus for this week were sprays, specifically Lindy's and shimmers, and so far, that's all I've used. I've done good, but I might have to vary into some other spray, but so far that's what I've done. So I did the bubble wrap technique using my Lindy Starburst spray in Toadstool Taupe. And this is oh my gosh, I have no idea how old paper. Anyone remember EK Success Rebecca Sower Designs? No year. It's probably a good thing because I'd probably be depressed. Guys, it's got to be, let's see, my son's 23. It's got to be 15 at least, probably closer to 20. This was all the rage back in the day. And yeah, I still have it and I'm going to use it. Oh, whoopsie. As you may know, if you've been on my channel, you know that I am on spring break. I am trying to get a little bit of ahead because my mom wants me to come see her for a day or two. Probably just a day, actually. I don't have a day or two left of my spring break. Then I am the speech drama coach in my town, and our regional tournament is this during spring break, so I will be at that over the weekend. And so I'm a little bit ahead. I have no idea what day 21, what day of the week that even is, but yeah, I am not filming this on the 21st, I will say that. So I am using Colorplay Play Ball Collection. I really don't like the shiny, but I do really like this collection, so I'm just going to go with it. It's fine. I have torn these strips. This is not a part of the sketch, but I really wanted to bring some baseball paper in, and that was the best way to do it, was to, where my 3 photos are going to be, have some stretches of baseball paper. So it's this red and white, which probably should go up and down, but it's not. And this green that is like the outline of the baseball field. Okay, now my pictures are of my son back in 2012 playing baseball. He's catching and he's batting, and these need to be, oh, I could have made them a little bigger. Oh, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. Oh, well. And then this one of him playing catcher. He was catcher and pitcher, mostly. I mean, both my children, my son played baseball, my daughter played softball. Both my children played just about every position there was. My daughter did not pitch, and she did not play first base. She played literally every other position. She didn't pitch because, you know, you just have to have some talent to do that, and that was not where her talent lie. And she didn't play first because she's very short. My son, I'm not sure there's a position he didn't play. I'm trying to think. I think he played every position at some point in his baseball career. So now he did have to stop catching for quite a while because he dislocated his knee playing baseball and had to take a little break from catching because his ligaments were all out of whack. I think I'm actually going to put that on that side. Maybe. We'll see. So, and I'm going to mat this on. I have just a little bit more paper left on this baseball paper, like so. So let me do that really quick. Yes, he was playing baseball in 8th grade, and he had grown a whole bunch really, really fast. Like 6 inches in 6 months kind of thing. I mean, it was super fast, and it was a lot of inches. And he was playing baseball, and he hit this amazing hit. Like, it was beautiful. And he wasn't very fast at the time. He hadn't quite developed his skills. That's going to be way too much. So that's going to have to wait. Anyway, he hadn't quite developed his skills, and so he wasn't too fast, but I was watching this ball hit, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the best hit he's had, blah, blah, blah. And then I look, and he's not even on first base. And I mean, this ball went like past the center, over the center fielder's head, hit the wall. It was out there. And he hadn't made it to first base, and I was like, what in the world? I mean, I know you're slow, kid, but come on. And I look, and he has crumpled at home plate, like just absolutely crumpled. And I was like, wait, that's not a good thing. You know, that's a bad sign. And so I went over there, and sure enough, his kneecap, it's, you know, supposed to be sitting on your knee like this. The coach was holding it over here. It was clear on this other side. So he had to stop playing catcher, because until his growth plates, until he had finished growing, it would just keep doing that if he played catcher. And so he quit until his senior year. Now, he wasn't quite finished growing. He still grew a little bit after he graduated. But his senior year, spring, we play baseball in fall and spring because we don't have football. In spring of his senior year, they needed a catcher really badly. And he was like, Mom, I might as well. I mean, what's the point? It's not like I'm going to play baseball again. If I hurt my knee, I hurt my knee. I'm pretty much done anyway. So he caught. Luckily, nothing ever happened. He was fine. But he did catch again his senior year. He really missed catching. He enjoyed catching. Catching kind of ran in my family. My brother was a catcher. My father was a catcher. Emma caught. Garrett caught. It was just kind of one of those things. And so he kind of missed it. And so his senior year, he decided to catch again, because there was no point in not catching anymore at that point. So these are also part of that Rebecca sewer. I cut them out. I'm not sure I love them, but they give it an old-timey feel to it. Now, I like all this. The one thing I cannot decide is, do I want this or not? I think I did. I did not tear very evenly. This paper was really hard to tear. And so I think I do want that, just to kind of cover it up. So let me lay down my photos. But yeah, so that is the story of Garrett and his kneecap. So we took him to the hospital, and they took an x-ray, and they just really couldn't tell if he had actually done something to it or if it was just out of place. The x-ray, there was a big shadow on it, so they thought he may have broken it. So, and since his growth plates were still very much open, they wanted him to go to Children's, which the nearest Children is 3 hours away in Oklahoma City. So we got an ambulance, and Garrett and I rode in the ambulance to Oklahoma City, and then my husband followed in the pickup. I think actually I'm going to overlap this just a little bit, like so. And then, but I think I'm going to pop this one up. Then we had to wait on an ambulance forever. I guess it was the day for kids to get hurt. So we had to wait on an ambulance to get us to Oklahoma City, to take us there. And then, so that took forever. And then we got to the city and had to have x-rays, and had to have an ER doctor look at the x-rays and all that stuff. And then we came home, and he was on crutches for, oh, I can't remember, 6 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. I don't remember for sure how long, but for a while. And his spring baseball was over, obviously. And he had to wear a knee brace for the rest of his sports careers while he was in high school anyway. He doesn't anymore, but he didn't, I mean, he played for fraternity stuff, but he didn't really play in college. So, yeah, he got to, here, actually, I'm going to glue my these on first. But he never, luckily, ever had a problem again. Thank goodness for that. But yeah, it was funny because the coach had motioned me to come out there to the home plate. So I did. You know, I'm trying not to be a hysterical mom, so I'm acting all cool. Everything's all right, you know. So I go over there and I'm like, hey, bud, you know, what's up? He's like, oh, Mom, my knee really hurts. I'm like, okay. And I look at our coach, who he had been trained. He was actually had gone to school to be a physical therapist and then changed his mind and became a coach. But anyway, so I look up at him, and like I said, he's holding this thing on the side of his knee, and I'm like, what on earth is that? And I just kind of look at him. He goes, that's his kneecap. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I'm still trying not to panic, but I'm pretty sure someone's kneecap is not supposed to be on the side of his knee. Oh, it was icky. Blood and guts don't bother me, but I would prefer not to see them. It's not like I'm going, ooh, that's so cool, I wanted to see that. No, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, that is so disgusting, I don't want to see that. Anyway, but I kept my cool. I was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm not gonna panic, because then Garrett will panic, and don't want that to happen. So I was just like, oh, huh. And Garrett just kind of looked at me, and I'm just smiling like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Everything's fine. So, it was a pretty crazy evening. Like I said, we get to the hospital, which our hospital is about 15 minutes away. We have kind of a local hospital, not too far, just one town over. And someone else was in there because of a softball. They had hurt something playing, I think their ankle or something. I think maybe they got spiked. I don't remember. But anyway, so there was somebody in there with a softball injury. And then there was somebody, I can't remember, but they were like, I mean, it is a small hospital, right? And like the emergency, there were like 4 people in the emergency room, and that was just really weird. Okay, so I have all that. I like that. I have this random, I don't even know where it came from, this epoxy baseball, so it's gonna go on there somewhere. Just really trying to get some stuff used up, basically. Okay, then I have these. And I'm going to try to use these. I don't know. I need to figure out. I think Hey Better Swing is going to be my title. And I'm going to put it up on our phone tape. But I also have a slider that I was going to stick under here. I have Sweet Spot that I was going to stick under here just to get these things used up. I have Grand Slam that I can put underneath. He never hit a Grand Slam. He only hit like 2 home runs, which as big as he was, and I mean, he was a good batter, but for some reason he just hardly ever hit home runs. I think my daughter, my little bitty daughter, had more home runs than he did. Do I want those there, or do I want them like up here? I might put them up here. Slider and sweet spot. There. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. And I think that's going to be it. Pretty basic layout, but I used up some stuff that I've had in my stash for a really long time, so that makes me feel good. I got some pictures that I had. Oh, and I didn't tell, these were in some baseball collection. I don't even remember where, but there's no name or anything on it. But anyway, I got some stuff used up. I got some pictures, some really old, these are some of my oldest pictures that I need to scrapbook. So I got that done. So that makes me feel good. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you want to see more of my videos, especially 30 Days with Sketches, because I'm doing all 30 of them, hopefully, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.